Good morning. I think this is a problem in the West. You know, people confuse facts with opinions. You see, politicians do this all the time. They present opinions as if they were facts, right? And this is a perfect example of this, where experts do this. It was a research commissioned by the government, right? It was done by Christian Pfeiffer, a researcher. There's been an increase in crime in Germany, a dramatic increase. And he looked into this state of Lower Saxony. And he found this. More than 90% of the rise was attributed to young male migrants, right? Now that's a fact, okay? So you can use this. But then he gets into conclusions and explanations and opinions about this fact. And that's where you go wrong, you see. He's trying to sugarcoat this fact, you see. So he says, first he says, the findings are not surprising because many migrants who arrived in Germany in recent years are single males aged 14 to 30. All right? What's that got to do with it? You know? And he says this group is most likely to commit crime irrespective of nationality. All right? You see what he's doing? You know, it gets confusing. He's trying to explain this, you know. And he also said that migrants were twice as likely to be reported to police because they are migrants. Okay? It's just an opinion, you see? Yes. Well, the report says that 92.1% of this increase was attributable to migrants. 92.1, right? And, well, it says, this is also interesting. It says, a third of all the victims of violent crimes by migrants were other migrants. What's that got to do with it? You know? This is pissing me off. I've seen it so often, right? That still pisses me off. And then he gets into solutions. You know, what do we do about it? And then it really starts to get silly. He says, the best chance of reducing violent crime among migrants was to offer more help with integration through language courses, sport and apprenticeships. Okay? So that's his solution. Right. And then he says also this, lack of women and families among the migrants are also meant that those young men were deprived of violence-preventing civilizing force. You see? Now, I disagree with this. I don't do research. I don't. Not really. You know, but this is my feeling, you know. A lot of the violent crimes that are committed in Sweden, especially the really violent things that is done, are done by second-generation migrants. It's just my observation, you know. So I disagree with this. It says that more migrants should be reunited with their families, and that will magically solve it, right? And he also said this, another explanation, you know, migrants with little hope of being given asylum in Germany were much more likely to commit violent crime than those from war zones like Syria, whose asylum was guaranteed. So I don't know, you know, he says anyone who as a war refugee regards their chances of staying in Germany as good will endeavor not to jeopardize those prospects by criminal offenses. Right. It's an opinion. Anyway, the statistics is not doing Mrs. Merkel too good, you know. She did the worst poll result in 70 years in September's election. And her coalition partner, the Socialists, also had their worst results since 1949. It's amazing. And I don't know how this is going now. I know they have been talking about creating a coalition government. These two parties with the worst results ever, almost. Right, that's the story. Okay, facts and opinions, very important. Right, bye.